Go ahead with the questions when you got them.
Chase, just what was your mindset going in tonight against that lineup, and just what was working so well for you?
My mindset was just attack like it's always been throughout the season. Everything to me was working for me tonight. Fastball was playing really well up, and curveball and slider were both there. Changeup was iffy at times, but that's going to happen. You can't really have all 4 pitches in one outing, but it was really nice to see all those pitches come together.
We don't often see that level of emotion when you're coming out from that like that. Why that moment?
It just kind of came out. You know, it was a long at bat against Trey Morgan. He's a really good hitter, and I had a guy on base too, and it just kind of came out. To be honest, I kind of blacked out a little bit too, so it just kind of came over me to do it, and I did it. So I let it out.
You got really rolled.
Yeah.
And that at bat along. What went so well for you kind of in those last 2 innings around there?
I just think I was attacking more than I was in the earlier innings. Yeah, I mean, just trying to get ahead with strikes and being able to manipulate the ball whichever way I want to was really huge for me tonight.
You think Jordan was going to get to that ball in the second inning?
I thought it was a routine fly ball, to be honest with you, off the bat, and then it just kind of kept carrying over. And I was like, eh. But yeah, I mean, he has some range for a big dude like that. He can move. It's crazy to watch.
What's it like to see Redmond get his 23rd career save tonight, tie the program record?
It's awesome to see. I mean, me and him have gotten really close over the time that I've been here. He's been my throwing partner since I got here, and it's really awesome to see a guy do that who earns it, really, to be honest with you. I mean, nobody deserves it more than him.
As a starting pitcher, when your defense behind you kind of lets it slip a little bit, but then responds when you're doing it back, what does it do for your confidence going into the next couple innings?
It helps a lot. You know, they might make a couple of errors here and there, but that's going to happen. It's baseball. You never know what's going to happen. But I always tell them that I got your back, and I hope they have mine. So I mean, they showed that later in the game, and it was really awesome to see them kind of flip the script and keep going.
How did you kind of assess your stuff tonight?
I would assess it as pretty good. I mean, my fastball, like I said, was riding really well. Slider was iffy at times, but towards the end of the outing, I kind of got it. And curveball was really good today, which I'm really excited about. Changeup was iffy at times, like I said, but that's something that's going to happen. So I think I really did really well what I wanted to do.
Starting so late tonight, did that feel weird? Did you even notice it? Did it kind of just feel like a normal game day to you?
It kind of felt a little weird, to be honest with you, because I mean the game before us kind of went long, but I just kind of stayed on my routine and just kind of chilled out a little bit while I was in the conference room. But yeah, I mean, with these group of guys, it's hard to be uptight about anything. I mean, they all make it fun. So.
What did you think about
feeding off of the energy in the crowd tonight?
I'd say I was feeding off it pretty well. I mean, there was one of the last innings. They started getting really loud, and especially for that bat against Trey Morgan. Yeah, I think my fastball jumped a little bit that inning, but yeah, I feed off them really well.
Coming into the game in front of that crowd, facing off against the co-SEC player of the year, just what was going through your mind, and then what was going through your mind when you struck him out?
To be honest with you, nothing was going through my mind. I was just kind of focused on my job and what I wanted to do as a pitcher, as a starting pitcher, kind of get into the game a little bit and allow the guys behind me to do their job. I mean, that's really all that the coaches want us to do, so that's what I did.
Chase, I think Tony said you had a bit of a crappy argument trying to stay in the game. What was that conversation?
I kind of looked at him. I said, "Give me Cruz," and he said, all the guys around me were trying to get him to, and he was like, "I'll make the decision here." And he decided to go with Mark. So I mean, I can't really complain about it. My pitch count was getting a little high, but I really wanted to get that last guy. But Dylan Cruz is a great hitter. Props to him.
Chase, Tony's talked a lot about kind of gaining postseason experience for y'all. Just how important was it for you to kind of have a good start today and kind of carry that momentum into regionals next week? I
think it was really good. We're all fresh. Having game action is really good for all the starters, just so we can carry that into the regional, like you said. But yeah, I think that's really valuable for us to pitch in the postseason at least once, if not start, maybe come out of the bullpen if you need to. But it can be really valuable because I mean it just gets you ready. So. One more for Chase.
You have 2 games where the defense and the pitching staff has really handled these first 2 opponents. What does that really show you about what you guys are capable of?
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Just the way that you guys have handled the first 2 opponents, especially when you look at the pitching and defense. What's the takeaway, as far as you look ahead to the next game?
I'd say the takeaway is we're still not playing our best baseball, to be honest with you. We're still making errors that probably don't need to be made. We're still. I mean, some of our pitches are still, getting hit, but I mean that's going to happen. But I feel like we can make more competitive pitches at times. But yeah, I mean, there's always something to work on, like the coaches say, and it's nice to know.